In a recession, there are two types of people: people who are making money and people who aren't making any money. The question is, what side do you want to be on? My name is Salim Mohammed, and I entered this entrepreneurial world for the past 10 months. I must say, luckily for us, or people like myself, there are quite a number of individuals that had a lot of failed stories to which we can learn from and skip the failure phases and go directly to success. So one thing I've learned I'm going to share with you all is how to apply these 5 criterions to measure an opportunity. Opportunities are all around us, but how do you know how to get yourself involved in these opportunities? Right? So the first of the 5 is the product. What is the business offering? I asked 2 questions about the product. The first question is this something people really need right now? Is there a need in the marketplace for the product? And the answer is yes, of course. Who doesn't want an additional form of income to assist their financial needs, right? The second question is, does the product fit the need? For years and years to come, they will always have the Forex market. Once each country has their own currency and we do trading between countries, it will always have the Forex market. So yes, it satisfies the needs. The second criterion is the company. Now this is a company that is debt free. It doesn't need new clients to keep afloat. The $5 trillion a day Forex market attracts millions of people with a shared dream of financial freedom. The Cashfx group is artfully combining the technical experience required for Forex success with a dedicated corporate team, state-of-the-art headquarters, and a passion for helping others with a strong desire to improve their lives. With over 120,000 plus members in 185 countries, they've conducted over 209,000 plus payouts. So the answer is yes, 100% solid, bulletproof company. So I guess we're rocking and rolling, right? The third criterion is, how do you earn money? Because if you look at this from a business perspective, is it worth your time? Can you make money? And that's the key thing for people to know. Can you make quick, part-time, or full-time money? And the answer is yes. So you have a good product, you have a good company, you have a good compensation plan. What about the support tools and systems? What you have? So this Cashfx group have a ticketed support system that channels your direct needs and questions. You have the conversion pros partnering with the Cashfx group to advance your marketing and software skills. You have fast payments and layered security to keep your money safe and confidential. You have transparent reporting in your back office, giving you access to your trade results and easily check your Cashfx historical data. You also have live virtual events, giving company updates with plans for the future, compensation plan updates, etc. So the right support tools and systems, check out for sure. And the last thing, but not the least, is the right timing. We are in a pandemic, and the predefined methods of earning an income are quickly dwindling away. A lot of companies are working from home now, and we've seen the highest unemployment rates in the history of our time. Earning an income is at the top of everyone's minds right now. The Cashfx group has created a way to earn a living from the comfort of your home. We want everyone to look and feel their best with no financial worries. It's a brand new opportunity and so many people are excited about it. So if you're the kind of person that wants to earn a weekly recurring income, work from home, be healthier, more vibrant, then stay on this call as we go through in details how this business plan works. Or reach out to the person that shared this video with you and get back to them. I look forward to seeing each one of you on this exciting and rewarding journey. Take care.
Right. Pleasant day to each and every one of you. My name is Nicholas Bagwandin. As always, if it is you don't know me by now, well, now you know me, all right? So that's my name, and I'm so happy to share this opportunity every single day of the week. Monday to Friday, we share this calls, this opportunity at 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. via Zoom, via Facebook, via YouTube. So whichever platform that you're looking on, pleasant day to you. Thanks for taking your time. You're not going to be disappointed. You're going to hear some information on how you can benefit from this opportunity. For the past 15 months, just over 15 months, I have been in this space and have been enjoying it from day one. Every Saturday since, I've been paid. Whether I do anything or not, I've been paid. So here you're going to find out how Forex has never been easier. All right. But before we do so, we want to invite you all to an event that we're having this Friday, Lord willing. We're going to have the business launch of Mr. Ryan Mangu and how it is he's going to tell you of his best decision that he would have made in 2021. Imagine that. All right. I maybe have a slight idea, but you're going to hear it from him. Nobody else to tell better to tell their story than themselves. All right. So you're going to hear it from him. You're going to hear from Mr. Kesh James, who is a Cashfx mentor. You're going to hear from Mr. Sally Mohammed, the team leader of this organization, who is an executive in the business. And you're also going to hear from Mr. Sian Lazar, who is a manager within this space. So you're going to hear from persons who are doing this full time, no longer have jobs, who would have left, who would have gotten laid off, no longer in the working world, not employees anymore, and now entrepreneurs. All right, so you're going to hear their stories on how this would have benefited them, and more importantly, you're going to hear Mr. Ryan Mangu. All right, so with that being said, guys, let's get right into it. Some things to consider, though. Some things to consider before we dive into it. You want to remember, one, no referrals needed, right? No referrals needed. Two, no monthly subscriptions. You don't have to worry about paying anything every single month end, all right, other than your bills, your normal bills. Three, no mandatory meetings. So while it is we have these meetings every single night of the week, Monday to Friday, 12 p.m. and 7 p.m. This is not mandatory. This is basically to share the opportunity with new persons. All right, so the meetings are not mandatory. Also, last but not least, the part that I love the most is just let the pros trade for you. So you could be a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home dad. I am a preacher while it is I work at home online, and I look after my daughter when it is the day come. Imagine that the professionals are trading for me. All right, it's that easy. So with that being said, welcome to CFX or Cash Forex Group, where success in the global Forex market is just a few clicks away. It's really that simple. Yeah, so let's get into it. So Cashfx is involved in two trending industries. The first is online learning. So because of this pandemic, this would have propelled everything to now be online, to be digitized. No matter what it is it had in place before, everything is now going online. Especially schools, even those in preschools, now having to have kindergarten online. Imagine that. All right, with their short attention span and so on. So Cashfx would have decided to be involved in this trending industry, the online learning, and also, of course, the Forex market. So, and as we compare the different markets together, we can see the New York Stock Exchange, we can see the equities market, we can see the futures market. While those are in the billions trading per day, we have the Forex market, which is the largest, most liquid financial market in the world. 5.3 trillion, not billion, $1 trillion trading per day volume. That's super amazing. So I believe that Cashfx would have done this strategically. They would have gotten themselves in two trending industries. So while it is you're learning online, if it is you want to familiarize yourself with the Forex market and probably even learn how to trade, you also earn while it is you learn, literally. All right. So let's get into it. What about this Cashfx group gets us so excited and so pumped every single time? So they have some core values. Now, I am a preacher. If it is you didn't know, now you know. I'm a preacher and I love core values because core values sets a standard. Core values sets a foundation. All right. And the core values that Cashfx holds dear to is transparency, honesty, and respect. Transparency, honesty, and respect. And over 15 months into the business, I could agree with every single piece of information that I'm sharing here with you tonight. If I didn't agree, then I wouldn't have been sharing it. All right. So these core values are very crucial in building and setting that foundation to a long-lasting relationship between the company and all of its members, over 300,000 members globally. Yeah. Not only that, but their purpose is to allow the average person to have financial success within the Forex market through an automated trading system. Through an automated trading system. Automated, that's the keyword. That's the keyword right there, which means that I don't do anything and I get paid. That sounds too good to be true, right? But it is true. So let's keep going. They also position themselves to provide the education that I spoke about earlier. It doesn't matter wherever you are in terms of your knowledge of the Forex market, whether you're a beginner or an advanced trader, they have information and education to suit your level. All right. So let's get into it. So as to the people, now that was some things concerning Cash Forex Group. As for the people in the business, they have a team of professionals and experts in different aspects of the business. So they have persons in financial management, network marketing, project management, even in the educational arena as well. So check this out. They have professionals and experts in all of these different areas to ensure that they are doing the best, they are effective in whichever area they are performing in, and they are doing the best and being effective consistently. That's the kind of terms you want to hear when it is you getting into business with persons or with a company. All right. So the persons who would have put this team together are the founders. So we have the first founder is Mr. Huasca Lopez. He is the CEO. All right, this guy is authentic. He's a successful entrepreneur. He's a network marketer. He's a family man. He is positive. He's very encouraging. When it is you listen to him speak, he has value when it is he speaks. All right. So it's somebody that you want to be around if it is you want to grow, if you want to develop, especially in the financial aspect of it. Right. So that is Mr. Huasca Lopez. Every single end of the month, we have update calls with him. Imagine the CEO takes time out of his busy schedule to let us know how it is we're going to resolve the problems that we're having, how it is we're going to be moving forward, what are our goals, what are our plans heading forward every end of the month. All right. So the other founder is Mr. Edwin Abad. Mr. Edwin Abad. So Mr. Edwin Abad is basically the VP trading of operations. This is the person who manages the team of professional traders. So he is passionate about Forex trading. He's very skilled, very experienced in this field as well. So we have persons who are skilled and experienced in the field. But not only that, we have Mr. Edwin Abad, who is passionate about Forex trading, passionate about what it is he's doing. And then we have Mr. Edwin Abad, who is passionate about helping persons. Imagine that. That's a really good combination there. And with that being said, that was the intention behind putting together this Cash Forex Group. So for all those persons who are already involved, you all know what it is I'm talking about. You receive those emails every single Saturday stating that you get commissions and you do a thing. All right. So let's get into it. As for the location of the business, it is based in Panama City, Panama. That's where the headquarters in. And the opening ceremony for the office, the ribbon cutting ceremony, is going to be on the 25th of September. Lord willing, that'll be another grand event as well. So how do you get started with this Cash Forex Group? There are 15 contracts in total. You must purchase one of these contracts in order to get started. All right, 15 contracts in total. And when it is you purchase any one of these contracts, you get access to the education. So there are 3 levels of education, right? So any contract between 300 all the way to the 3,000 contract, you'll have access to the basic, to the elemental plan of education. Yeah. Or from the 5,000 all the way to the 20,000 contract, you'll have access to the advanced series of education. And from the 30,000 all the way to the 100,000 contract, or what we like to call the gold standard, you would have access to the Supreme series of education. At this point, you can now feel free. You will have the information, all the skills necessary in order to jump on the Forex market on your own and provide yourself with an additional stream of income. Now, this is without anything else Cashfx has to offer, right? This is just based on the education. So it doesn't matter where you start, you can always work your way up and have access to the higher modules of education as well. So when it is you purchase one of these contracts, how do you earn? How do you earn? How do I make money with this business? You're telling me this is a financial opportunity call. So let me tell you, you have two main ways in which it is you can earn. Number one, I believe that 100% of Cashfx members globally would have gotten started because of bare capital. Bare capital is simply when it is you purchase any one of the contracts previously mentioned, the trader is going to get to work for you. So after 3 business days, they trade, the company promises you 0 to 3% daily, up to 15% for the week. Imagine that. So they have a cap. I always like to reiterate and emphasize why it is they have that cap. They have that cap in place because while some people may say, well, you know, they make so much more profit and they only giving us a little pinch. Let me tell you this. When it is they lose, if it is they lose, we don't feel any of the losses. We don't experience any of the losses, so they digest the losses. So that's the reason for the cap, so that they can cater when it is they have losses, because we all know for those of you who are experiencing the Forex trading, while there are wins, there are also losses. All right. So the traders trade for you week after week. That will accumulate until it reaches 200% of your contract size. So that's bare capital. You want to earn additional, that's not a problem there. That is an option as well. Okay. So you have what is called the bull capital. The bull capital is simply you sharing this business with others. Remember, I said in the earlies that this part of the business is totally optional, and so you don't have to. But if it is you decide to and somebody gets started underneath you, you would receive 15% fast start bonus and also another bonus that is called uni-level bonus, which I will get into shortly. All right. So these bonuses, once it is they continue to, your persons continue to renew or upgrade their contracts, you will continue to receive those commissions. So it's not one time. And as those commissions accumulate after a period of time, what is going to happen is that you have a cap on the bull side as well. So you have 200% on the bull side. So 200% be a 200% bull. That's super amazing. Apart from that, we also have rank levels where it is you can climb the leadership board if it is you want to do this part-time, especially full-time, and just make the most out of this business. Make the most out of it. And it's not just about the money, but it's about helping persons earn as well and building that community. So we earn and we grow together, right? So let me just show you a breakdown of how this basically works. Yeah. So you purchase a $1,000 contract. We'll use that one for easy maths and for example's sake. What happens there? We have the bare capital, which would be 70% of your contract. So 70% of your contract that you purchase goes into this trading pool, this trading account. Now, this 70% goes into a broker account. So Cashfx is not licensed to trade. EverFX, who they are partnered with, is licensed to trade, is a licensed broker. They are regulated with all the necessary regulatory bodies. And if it is they are licensed to hold your money, it means that this 70% is insured. That's good to know. All right. So if it is you don't know anything about EverFX, you can do your due diligence and do some research and check out EverFX. Yeah. So we have that money going into the broker account, into the trading account. The traders trade for you. Week after week, this is going to accumulate for you. And then it will grow until it reaches 200%. So 200% on a $1,000 contract would be $2,000. Yeah, what happens to the next 30%? Well, that goes towards the bull capital. So while that money is paying for your education, 100% of that money goes towards the network. It doesn't go to the company. So while it is they would save money on advertising, on marketing, Cashfx, they have agents, they have network marketers who do the advertising, and those persons get paid for that when persons sign up. All right. So we have 50% of that education money goes towards the fast start bonus that I mentioned, which is $150 if somebody signs up with a $1,000 contract underneath you. The next 50% goes towards that uni level bonus, and I'll get into that into a little more detail pretty soon. So, as I mentioned, they renew their contract, they upgrade their contract. These funds are going to accumulate until it reaches 200%. So you have 200% on your bear, 200% on your bull. So minimum, you have 200%. Potentially, you can earn up to 400%. That's good business. For the average person who say, you know what, I don't want to build the business, I'm not interested in that, that's not a problem. All right. For those of you who want to take the bull by the horns and go right ahead, that's your choice. Well done. Kudos to you. If not, no problem. So you have $2,000 for the bear earners. What is your options? What are your options? So your contract expires. So you have two options, which I would seem to be deemed to be a short term, right? So the first option is you withdraw your money. There is a 20% withdrawal fee. While I mentioned that there is no monthly fees, there is a 20% withdrawal fee. So I'll let you know where that is going as well. So $2,000, you withdraw that, $1,600 you remain with. Then what? Your first option is this. You can cash out that and walk away. Bye-bye Cashfx. It was nice. Thanks for the profit. You have the option of leaving. It's good to know that you are not tied with the company for life. All right. Option number 2, you can take 1,000, repurchase the same contract, and pocket 600. That's not bad at all. So you allow that contract to repeat the process again, and then you have money still to pocket. Yep. You have an option number 3, but prior to your contract hitting that 200% and expiring, you have the option to upgrade your contract. All right. So how do you upgrade, or how do I know how much to pay for an upgrade? To upgrade, you just need to pay the difference from the contract that you are on to the contract that you want to upgrade to. Plus, you want to cater for that 20% withdrawal fee. So let me just show you a visual of what that looks like before you look at the entire screen. For those of you here on the Zoom, on Facebook, and YouTube, just look at it for a while. On a 300 contract, you need $250 to upgrade. Why 250? Because 200 is the difference to move from the 300 to the 500, and $50 is that 20% withdrawal fee. All right. As soon as you have the amount, you can upgrade right from your back office. Pretty simple. So now you're looking at the screen here. This is a simulation that we would have done up basically with an estimated weekly profit of 5%. 5%. The reason why we would have done this is because we have never seen anything lower than 5% on a normal trading week. All right. So that's good news. All right. So I'm going to show you some results like that concerning that shortly. So you have on a 300 contract, if you're not sharing the business with anybody else, if you're not putting any more money into the business, there's no problem. This is your option. So you start with that 300 and you work your way up. With that average, it will take you between 5 to 6 years to reach up straight up to that 100,000 contract. That's pretty good business. However you want to look at it, whether it's a savings plan, however it is you wanna approach the business. Now this is without tapping into bulk capital. You may have to renew your contract along the way, but it is possible to compound that $300 contract to that 100,000 contract. So if it is you start at a higher contract, or if it is you are referring persons to the business, or if it is you are putting in money from your pocket to facilitate your upgrades, then just know that you will reach that contract, that 100,000 contract, if that's your goal, in a shorter space of time. Yeah. So I mentioned that 20% withdrawal fee. I know some of you probably, haven't forgotten about that. So that 20% goes into this force matrix 3 by 10. So the entire 20% doesn't go there, but 50% does, right? The other 50%, how it's split up, 10% goes towards something that is called the matching matrix bonus. And then the 40% goes towards the leadership rank bonus. So the leadership rank bonus and the matching matrix bonus contributes to bull capital. But the 50% out of the money withdrawn goes towards bear capital, which means that every single member of Cashfx can potentially and will eventually benefit from this matrix. How does this work? It doesn't matter who you are, where you are, whenever you decide to get started, whichever contract you decide to get started with, you're going to fall in somebody's matrix, whether you're interested in network marketing or not. All right. And how it works is that the person brought you in, most likely he would or she would continue building. And persons are going to fall underneath you by default. So the 3x10 is basically the structure. 3 persons wide on your first level, every row increases by 3 down to 10 levels deep. So 3 wide, 10 deep. So when persons fall there, and with this company, you have to withdraw your money. You ever see a company or institution telling you that you have to withdraw your money? Well, here it is. This company is telling you whether you hit your 200% or whether you're ready to upgrade, that 20% is going to come out. So when it comes out, it pays this matrix. What's the significance of this matrix? Well, this matrix was basically designed to create a residual income for all of Cashfx members. Not only that, this is basically a self-sustaining system because it creates this sort of ecosystem whereas the money flows right around and goes back into the network, and to also ensure the longevity of the business. That's super amazing. That's super amazing. So that's the kind of terms you want to hear when it is again into business, so that it will last a while, create a foundation, you know, all of these things. So the next bonus that I would have mentioned is the uni-level bonus. How does this uni-level bonus work? So when you get started with Cashfx Group, you are known as an ace trader. What does that mean? It means that you have access to only 4 levels deep. Does that mean that I can only have 4 persons? Bring in 4 persons? No. You can bring in 4 persons on your level 1, 5 persons, 10 persons, 10,000 persons, it doesn't matter. But only access to 4 levels deep. So let's just use, I like to use letters, right? So let's just use letters for easy illustration purposes. So let's just say you share the opportunity with A. A gets started underneath you. A would be on your level 1. That's your first person. Let's just say instead of going wide, you don't share the opportunity with anybody else, but A realize every Saturday I'm getting paid and it's worth it. So let me share it with B. B decide to get started. B would now be on your level 2. So B shares it with C. C would be on your level 3. C shares it with D. D would be on your level 4. So you would get commissions from those 4 levels. But if D decides to share it with E and E gets started, E would now be on your level 5. So how does that work? Well, you won't receive any commissions for those on your level 5 and beyond. In order to unlock those levels and to receive the commissions for the persons on those levels, you would need to rank up. What do I mean by that? I mean, you need to bring in a certain amount of business within a 30-day period. All right? And while we may say that is difficult in this time, I'm going to show you something in a while, right? So you hit the rank of executive, you unlock down to level 6, and you'll see the percentages there as well. So you unlock down to level 6, manager, you unlock down to level 8, director, down to level 9, president, club ambassador, and global ambassador. You would unlock all the levels and also receive additionally a global bonus once it is across president, club, and beyond. That's pretty cool. That's pretty amazing. So you receive at that point from every single member in your organization. So remember I told you that every end of the month we receive update calls from the CEO and also from the marketing director. So they give us some rank advancement updates. So for the month of July, we would have experienced, or Cashfx would have experienced 54 new executives and 10 new managers. Just for you to know, executive, you need to bring in $50,000 worth in business within 30 days. Just to note, manager needs to bring in $150,000 worth in business within a 30-day period. And this is not TT, by the way, this is in USD equivalent. All right. So while it is we're facing this pandemic, this global crisis, and we're probably focused on the negativity, I just wanted to know that there are people outside there just crushing it and taking advantage of this opportunity. Well, the Chinese said it best. While crisis means danger, it also means opportunity. So people taking advantage of this opportunity. We are taking advantage of this opportunity. And as you get the information, I hope you take advantage of this opportunity as well. All right. So apart from hitting those ranks and unlocking those uni levels, you also receive a prize. So for hitting the rank of executive, you can take an iPad, or you can take 75% of the cash value, which is $675. You have options as well, right? So for manager, you can take a Rolex or 7,500. Remember, I said that these figures are in USD equivalent, right? So for director, you can take a travel pack for 2. Right now, because of what's happening, you might want to take the money. That's $11,250. For president club, you can get a Porsche. We started taking it to the next level for $75,000. For the rank of ambassador, you can take a Ferrari for $150,000. And for global ambassador, which nobody haven't hit just yet, you can take a Lamborghini or $375,000. My. And if it is, you don't think that it is possible, then you won't achieve it. All right. It's a mindset. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. All right. So let's get into some results. So here it is from last week to last year. I'm going to show you some results here. We're going to lay it all on the table so you can see what this Cashfx is producing in terms of passive returns. Okay. So for last week, we would have received 5.09%. Normal trading week, 5.09%. Look at the different contracts. Look at the different returns. That's pretty amazing, right? So apart from that, the week before, 5.16%. Yeah, consistency, right? Look at the week before that, 5.08%. And the first week in August, 5.01%. So 5.01% was actually the lowest percentage weekly we would have gotten for the entire year. That's why we use that flat 5% as a marker. All right. When it is we go to the months, look at July. July, we would have received 22.38%. 22.38% in a month. Which institution is going to give you those kind of returns in a year? You're not going to get that, right? You're not going to get that. So let's look at the other months. June, 22.52%. May, 21.58%. April, 20.8%. Let me just stop there for a while because April was the lowest month we would have received for the year thus far. And look at it. Still it's over 20%. March, 23.99%. February, 21.03%. January, 21.78%. If that is inconsistency, then I don't know what is. All right. So look at the contract, look at the returns. This is just, I know past profits doesn't guarantee future results, but this is amazing. In the year of 2020, when the whole world was worried and everybody was going jobless, Cashfx was producing 329.54%. That's mind-blowing, guys. Mind-blowing. All right? So the only question I want to answer right now is how to get started. How do you get started with this Cashfx group? So while I would have mentioned earlier that all the figures that you saw on the screen or that I mentioned was USD equivalent, you must acquire Bitcoin because Bitcoin is the method of payment. So it's how you fund it for your contracts, you pay for your contracts, and you receive payments as well. You don't know anything about Bitcoin? Here are some facts for you, just comparing it to the fiat. All right, so Bitcoin was created by computers, fiat was issued by the government. Bitcoin has a public database. Fiat, it is not transparent at all. Bitcoin has a fixed amount. Fiat, it has inflation due to unlimited printing. Bitcoin, it is decentralized. It is not owned by any entity. Fiat, it is centralized by the government and the banks. Bitcoin has low fees for international wire transfer. fiat has high fees for international wire transfer. Bitcoin, you're always in control, and fiat, not so much, right? So this is just some fun facts. You can source your Bitcoin to purchase your contract. If you are not able to source your own Bitcoin, we have leaders in the organization who basically buy and sell Bitcoin. All right. So to source the Bitcoin is not an issue. You just get back to the person who would have invited you onto the call and reach out to us, message, and let us know which contract you want to get started with. We give you the TT equivalent or based on the currency you use. And once it is, we give you that. You just let us know when you want to get started. We give you the account information. You make the deposit, and then what? You get a referral link. So the person who would have told you about this business, you reach out to them after you make the payment. You want to get a referral link. If you're Googling Cashfx and you try to log in and you're able to log in, please don't make any payment because you need a referral link in order to get started. While I'm on that, I must say as well, if you're seeing a Cashfx app, a Cashfx Group app, please do not download it and send any money via the app. That is fake. Okay? So you can only get started with this referral link. Once it is you get a referral link, the person would walk you through the whole sign up process. Once they do that, then you would reach the payment page. If we got the Bitcoin for you, send the payment details and we make the payment. That's pretty easy. After 3 business days, you would start to earn on that contract. Yeah, so how do I withdraw my money? How do you withdraw your money? That's the next $1 million question, right? So all monies are paid in Bitcoin. As you heard me mention, the payment method is in Bitcoin. So you can receive the Bitcoin. If you understand the value of Bitcoin and you want to keep the Bitcoin, well, then you have no problem there. You get a Bitcoin, all right? So apart from that, if you want it back in cash and fiat, then we have 2 options that I would mention here tonight, which is basically the first option, to sell it back to the leaders, which is basically fast and the easiest way. Sell it back to them. Once we send it to them, you send your bank account information, they will wire the money directly into your bank account. All right, I've seen it work. I've done it for some of my team members, so I know it works. All right, I wouldn't put that information outside there if I didn't know. And the other option is that we can put you onto a global exchange MasterCard, where it is you upload your Bitcoin onto the card, convert that to US, use that anywhere in the world, anywhere that accepts MasterCard. Pretty simple. Pay for your groceries, order anything online, but go into the local ATM, withdraw some money, test it and prove it. All right. So with that being said, guys, that's a breakdown of Cashfx Group and what it is about. And hands-free incomes helps you to do what matters most. So I want to thank each and every one of you for your time. Thank you for taking your time out of your busy schedule. You could have been doing something better, but I want to assure you, you're not here by chance. You're not here by chance. So reach out to the person who would have invited you on. If nobody would have invited you on, you've probably seen it on Facebook, YouTube, wherever. Then what it is I want to say, just reach out to somebody who is in the platform, to one of the leaders, and they will get you the information that you need. But get your questions answered, and we would be happy to welcome you on board. So thanks, guys, for your time. I want to wish you all a good night. Enjoy the balance of your day. And you all know what time it is. It is transformation time. Let's earn and grow together. All right, you all take care.